Good morning, everybody. If everybody could please take their seats, we're going to get started in just a little bit. We'll give you a little time to find a comfortable spot. Give a final hello to your neighbor. All right, Shana Tova, everyone. All right, Shana Tova, good morning, everyone. My name is Howard Schneider, and I have the honor of being the Vice President of Operations and Programming here at Temple Bethel. On behalf of our president, Linda Braun, Rabbi Klopper, Cantor Allison, and the entire Temple Board, I'd like to welcome you all to our Yom Kippur morning service. We will be starting soon, but as always, we have a few important announcements, and if you've been to other services, these are probably going to sound fairly familiar to you. If anybody does have any questions or concerns during the service, you can either find myself or one of the other ushers around, and we will be glad to help you. If you have been honored with an aliyah this morning and you have not yet checked in the library, please do. That way they know that you are here. Children are welcome to stay for all of our services. Alternatively, we also have children's activities downstairs in the youth lounge if you feel that your children would feel that would be more meaningful to them. Children do need to be both signed in and signed out of the youth lounge. So they can't just go down there by themselves in the middle. If they're going to go downstairs, you need to take them. Also, if there are children attending our regular services and they do need to go outside, we would appreciate if they, for safety reasons, that they be accompanied by an adult. In case of emergency, there are several exits from our sanctuary. The two main doors to your right that you came in from, a set of doors to your left, roughly in the middle of the front section, and the two sets of doors all the way in the rear. Finally, we would like everybody to take out their cell phones. I'll give you a moment to do it. Take a good look at them, and either make sure that they are on vibrate or turned off. The one exception or the major exception to turning them off. If you have a child who is either in the babysitting or in the children's activities downstairs, definitely keep your phone on vibrate, because if they need to get in touch with you, they will either call you or send you a text message. So if you have a child in either of those programs, don't turn it off, put it on vibrate. So, thank you very much, everybody. We will start momentarily, and I hope you all have an easy fast.
Good Yontif, everyone. Shana Tova. Greetings to everyone gathered here in the sanctuary, and of course to those who might be connecting with us through our live stream. I wondered if the rain today, the weather might have kept a few extra people home. So to those of you in the sanctuary, you get extra points this morning. And those of you who are not able to make it and connected through technology, we welcome you as well. So to those who are fasting, I wish you, of course, an easy and safe fast. To those who, for reasons of health or choice, are not, please remember that your work of repentance on this day is no less valuable. I say that knowing oftentimes there are those who cannot observe the obligation to fast, and so they feel guilty. The good news is that the rabbis of old are on your side, so do not worry. If there is a reason you cannot fast, then God understands. Regardless of whether you're fasting or not, forgiveness is primary in our thoughts today. So speaking of forgiveness, I might be asking yours in a little bit, as I once again offer a brief attempt at humor. So lessons at the Henry Street Hebrew School were coming to an end. All that remained was the usual period of questions from curious students. "Rabbi," asked little Mel, "there's something I need to know." "What's that, my child?" said his teacher. "According to the scriptures, the children of Israel crossed the Red Sea, right?" "Right," said the rabbi. "And the children of Israel beat up the Philistines, right?" Right," answered the rabbi. "Later, the children of Israel built the temple in Jerusalem, right?" Again, correct. Little Mel continued. "And also the children of Israel fought the Egyptians and the Romans. So it seems like the children of Israel were always doing something important, right?" "Absolutely," agreed the rabbi. The young lad looked up at his teacher. "So what I need to know is this. Where were all the grown-ups?" "Okay, I'll keep trying." But at least today we know where many of the grown-ups are, though perhaps the rain has kept a few people at home. Looking around, I see the grown-up faces of this wonderful community. As I'm often saying, the power of these high holy days is that we are together, grown-ups, children, and everyone in between. The power is not just in the liturgy itself, but that we join in these words, we and communities all over the world, seeking a better world and a better us. On Rosh Hashanah morning, I took the opportunity to acknowledge the gift members who are with us for the first time, the households that have reconnected with us after a time, the new and the longer time partners who make up this dynamic place. I understand since that time, since Rosh Hashanah, we have welcomed even more households to the Temple Bethel family. So to all who have made this synagogue your spiritual home, I express my thanks. I do want to single out one group this time. I'd like to ask the members of the Board of Trustees, officers, committee chairs, or temple employees present at this time, if you are able, I'd ask you to please stand. The people you see standing are part of an incredible team, and I am beyond grateful for their dedication, the immeasurable hours and energy they give to this synagogue to keep us moving forward. So to you all, I express my heartfelt thanks. You may be seated. And of course, I want to acknowledge, as I'm offering thanks, our amazing adult choir with longtime accompanist and recent birthday boy, Ken Fries, as well as Jennifer Gittleman on flute. It adds so much to our High Holy Days to have music that soars on eagle's wings and touches our very souls. And thanks, of course, to my partner, Cantor Allison, who is able to both wrangle and lead them through the year. So in this sanctuary, there is a sea of faces. Many are recognizable, some probably not. But hopefully in time, we will all come to know more of the individuals who make up this incredible community. So you probably know what's coming next. The let's meet each other moment. So please, greet the people around you. You can even stand up and take a few steps across the aisle. And then, as always, be sure to meet at least one or two new people. And go. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Okay. The rabbi has lost control now. But with good reason. It is so exciting, so wonderful to hear the sounds of people mixing and meeting. It is so important, especially in a time when many will prefer to foster dissension and division. And here at Temple Bethel, I want the opposite. Not that we should all think the same way, though it's always good when we agree with the rabbi, but that we feel comfortable together and can lift up our voices in prayer at this day, this high holy day season. So I invite you to grab your prayer books now so that we may complete the work of our atonement on this Yom Kippur. We open in our prayer books, therefore, to page 138. Page 138. We join with our choir in Ma Tovu.
continue on page 156.
Blessed are you, Holy One, who has formed the human body with wisdom, an intricate network of channels, vessels, and openings. This wondrous structure and the flow of life within us allows us to stand before you and give thanks. Let us cherish this gift of flesh and blood, honor it as God's creation.
Baruch atah Adonai, rofei kol basar, umafli la'asot. We praise you, Holy One, for wondrous acts of creation and healing.
Pure, my God, is the soul you have given me. You formed it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me. You keep it safe within me. Someday, when this soul returns to you, I will find a place in eternity. But as long as spirit breathes within me, I place before you my thanks. Eternal, my God and God of my ancestors, creator of all creation, sovereign of all souls.
Baruch atah Adonai, asher biyado, nefesh kol chai, v'ruach kol basarish. We give you praise, Adonai. All life is in your hands, and in your care, the soul of every human being.
On page 160 and page 162, so beginning on 160, 161, and 162, we continue with the chanting of Nisim B'chol Yom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lasech v'vina lehavhin ben yom uvein laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, rokah ha'aretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa li kol tzorki. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten la ya'ef koach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamir avir she'namena yudnu mame afapai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat chorin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael bigvura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara.
And now we move to page 178. Page 178, the words of the Baruch Hu, the call to worship. So at this time, I'll invite you, if you feel able, to please stand.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach.
All yours.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, whose power fills the cosmos, who opens for us the gates of compassion and lights the eyes of those who await forgiveness. Shaper of light, source of the darkness, maker of peace, creator of all. Infinite light is preserved in life's treasure house. Lights from the darkness, said God. It was so.
In love, you bring light to the earth and its creatures. Your goodness renews the creation each day. Infinite, varied, and rich are your works, divine artist. All of them wrought with wisdom. The whole earth is teeming with life. Awestruck by the universe, work of your hands, let all life bless you, praise you, and celebrate the beauty of your lights. May you shine a new light on Zion, and may we soon be privileged to share in that light. Baruch atah Adonai yotzeh hamarot. Our praise to you, Adonai, creator of the cosmic lights.
Ava Rabba, Avtanu, Avtanu, Adonai, Eloheinu, Chemla Gedulah, V'terah, Chamot Bavur avotinu ve'imotinu Shabbatu v'cha v'telamdim chukei chaim Ken tehanenu utlamdenu Ken tehanenu utlamdenu
On the top of page 185. Hineni, behold, I stand ready to listen and learn, to embrace in thought and deed, to proclaim with a whole heart the sacred unity of all being. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Our praise to you, Adonai, you have singled out your people Israel with love. Page 186.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. As we begin on page 188, then continue to page 191 with Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיהם.
Middle of 192. True and steadfast in this teaching, beloved and treasured, a source of wonder, a fount of goodness, a thing of beauty and ours for all time. And true it is, the eternal God is our sovereign, the rock of Jacob, our protecting shield. Through all generations, God's name lives on. God's throne stands firm, God's dominion prevails. God's grandeur and faithfulness endure through eternity. God's words are precious, they will live forever.
From Egypt you redeemed us, Adonai our God, and from the slave house you set us free. For this the people who felt your love exalted you, and the ones you found precious sang hymns of praise, blessing, and thanks to the living God who reigns forever. High and exalted, inspiring wonder, who humbles the proud and raises the lowly, who frees the captive, redeems the oppressed, and sustains the poor. God responds to the cry of our people, their prayer in time of need. Sing praise to God Most High, most blessed source of blessing, as Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang this joyous song to you.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילה אוסף אלם. שיר החדשה שיבחו גאולים, לשמך שפת הים, יחד כולם, הודו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני הוא, ועולם בארץ. צאו ישראל, צאו ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל. גואלינו, גואלינו, אדוני, צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני, God Yisrael.
Page 198. 198. Then towards the bottom of the page, of course, we have the words of tefillah. 198, continuing on 200 and 202 with our special words for the High Holy Days. So on page 198, at this time, I'll invite you, if you feel able, to please stand.
Adonai sefatai tivtach upi Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah.
Page 204. Your life-giving power is forever, Adonai, with us in life and in death. You liberate and save, cause dew to descend, and with mercy abundant, lovingly nurture all life. From life to death, you are the force that flows without end. You support the falling, heal the sick, free the imprisoned and the confined. You are faithful even to those who sleep in the dust.
Power beyond power, from whom salvation springs, sovereign over life and death, who is like you, merciful God who compares with you. With tender compassion you remember all creatures for life. Faithful and true, worthy of our trust, you sustain our immortal yearnings. In you we place our undying hopes. Baruch atah Adonai machayeh hakol hametim. Wellspring of blessing, power eternal, you are the one who gives and renews all life.
Please be seated. Page 208 in our prayer books. 208. Our sovereign God of pardon and forgiveness, let these words of sanctity ascend to you.
Unetane tokef kiddushat hayom. Ki hu norave hayom uvo tinase ma lechotecha. V'tishiv alav b'emet. V'tishiv alav b'emet. Emet ki atah dayan umochiach ve'odei avoid v'chotiv v'sofer u'monel v'tizkor kol hanishkachot v'tiftach et sefer hazichronot.
Page 210. 210. And so a great shofar will cry, Tekiah. A still small voice will be heard. Angels in a whirl of fear and trembling will say, behold the day of judgment, for they too are judged. In your eyes, even they are not blameless. All who come into the world pass before you like sheep before their shepherd. As a shepherd considers the flock when it passes beneath the staff, you count and consider every life. You set bounds, you decide destiny, you inscribe judgments. Page 212.
Rosh Hashanah yechatemun yikatevun Yom Kippur yechatemun
On Rosh Hashanah, this is written. On the fast of Yom Kippur, this is sealed. How many will pass away from this world? How many will be born into it? Who will live and who will die? Who will reach the ripeness of age? Who will be taken before their time?
Kamay yavarun v'chamay bareun mi yichyeh u'mi yamut mi v'kitzur u'mi lo v'kitzur.
Who by fire and who by water, who by war and who by beast, who by famine and who by drought.
Mi v'ha'esh u'mi v'hamayim, mi v'cherev u'mi v'hayah, mi ra'av u'mi v'atzama.
Who by earthquake and who by plague, who by strangling, who by stoning, who will rest and who will wander, who will be tranquil and who will be troubled, who will be calm and who tormented, who will live in poverty and who in prosperity, who will be humbled and who exalted.
Mi v'harash u'mi v'magifa, mi v'hanika u'mi v'sekila, mi yanuach u'mi yanuach, mi ashkit u'mi taraf, mi shalev u'mi
But through return to the right path, through prayer and righteous giving, we can transcend the harshness of the decree. God has spoken. Page 215. In the middle of 215, please let's read responsively. When we walk through a valley of darkness but find courage to live in the shadow of pain, we transcend. When we speak about fear with honesty and share what is hardest to say, when day becomes night, but we let ourselves hope. When we feel far from caring and friendship, but let go of pride to ask for help. When in grief we are crushed by the absence of love, but open ourselves to your presence. Page 218 in our prayer books. The words of Kiddushah, page 218. Once again, I'll invite you, if you feel able, to please stand.
נקדיש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב ביד נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך על הארץ, כבודו. אדיר אדירנו, אדוני אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני, קדוש, 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 אלוהי ציון לדור ודור. הללויה, 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 הללויה,
Please be seated.
We continue on page 225, a midrash, faithful to the covenant. The king was absent for many years. His beloved wife was left alone. Her neighbors taunted her, "Your husband has abandoned you, marry someone else."
But she would withdraw into her bridal chamber and read her ketubah with its promises of love and support, and in this she found comfort. When at last the king returned, he said to her, "I am amazed that you waited for me all these years." And she replied, "Were it not for the ketubah you gave me so many years ago, I would have been lost."
So it is with the people of Israel. We go into the synagogue and study houses, and in the words of Torah we find comfort. When at last redemption comes and God says to us, "How were you able to wait so long? How did you survive among the nations?" We will answer, "If not for the memory of your love, we would have been lost." And thus Scripture says, "But this do I call to mind, therefore I have hope."
Page 230. Page 230. You chose us with love to be messengers of mitzvot, and through us you made known your aspirations. Among all the many peoples, you gave us a pathway to holiness. Among all the great nations, you uplifted us and made yourself our sovereign. And so we seek you and serve you and celebrate our nearness to your presence. Your great and sacred name has become our calling. In your love, eternal God, you have given us this Yom Kippur, a day on which our wrongs are forgiven, a day of sacred assembly, a day to be mindful of our peoples going out from Egypt. On 232, we read together, "Our God and God of the generations before us, may a memory of us ascend and come before you. May it be heard and seen by you, winning your favor and reaching your awareness, together with the memory of our ancestors, the memory of your sacred city, Jerusalem, the memory of your people, the family of Israel. May we be remembered for safety, well-being, and favor, for love and compassion, for life and for peace on this day of atonement."
Zochreinu Adonai Eloheinu b'letova. Amen. Ufagdinu b'levaracha. Amen. V'hoshienu b'lechayim.
Eternal our God, remember us. Amen. Be mindful of us. Amen. And redeem us for a life of goodness and blessing. Amen. Favor us with words of deliverance and mercy. Show us the depth of your care. God, we await your redemption, for you reign with grace and compassion. Page 246. 246 as we join in Sim Shalom.
Sim shalom, now take a few moments for our own silent prayer.
We turn to page 252 in our prayer books now. Page 252. Powerful words of Avinu Malkeinu will again open the doors to the ark. As we do so, I'll invite you, if you feel able, to please stand. We read responsively. Avinu Malkeinu Shma Kolenu. Avinu Malkeinu Chatanu Lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu Chamul Aleinu Ve'al Olalenu V'Tapenu. Avinu Malkeinu Kalei Dever V'Cherev Ve'Ra'av Me'aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu Kalei Kol Tsar Umastin Me'aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu Kodvenu B'Sefer Chayim Tovim. Avinu Malkeinu Chadesh Aleinu Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu Malei Yadenu Mibirchotecha. Avinu Malkeinu Harem Kerem Mishichecha. Avinu Malkeinu na al tishivenu rekam milfanecha. Avinu Malkeinu kabel berachamim uvratzon et tfilatenu. Avinu Malkeinu aseh imanu lema'an shmecha. Avinu Malkeinu aseh lema'ancha im lo lema'anenu. Avinu Malkeinu ein lanu melech ela ata. Avinu Malkeinu petach sharei shamayim litfilatenu. Avinu Malkeinu shma kolenu chus verachim aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu chonenu va'anenu ki ein banu ma'asim. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed v'hoshienu.
Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Kolenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu Lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Chamol Aleinu, Ve'ol Aleinu, Ve'tapenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chodvenu, B'Sefer Chaim Tovim. Avinu Malkeinu, Chodesh Aleinu, Chodesh Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Kolenu, Shema Kolenu, Shema Kolenu. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad Eloheinu, Hagedula, Behagevura, Behatiferet, Behanetzach, Behahon. Ki Jehova Shamayim u'Baaretz, Ki Jehova Shamayim u'Baaretz, LeAdonai HaMamlacha, Be'amin Aseh Lechol Lerosh. Ki Metzion Tetzei Torah, Adonai Merushalayim. Ki Metzion Tetzei Torah, U'Davar Adonai Merushalayim. Baruch Shena
Okay, good. Felt like it, but you know.
I rolled it.
Okay. Page 266 in the prayer books. Page 266 for our Yom Kippur Torah reading, coming from towards the end of our Torah, the book of Deuteronomy, Nitzavim. This moment as the Israelites stand at the shores of the Jordan River, ready to cross over. And Moses has the opportunity to say to them one more time, remember, you stand here with many choices that lie ahead for you as you go forward into this promised land. We are a people always having to make choices. And especially at the High Holy Day season at Yom Kippur, we are reminded of not only the choices we made in the past year that perhaps were not always the best ones, but looking forward to the potential, to the possibility of a new year when we can indeed make better choices. So our Torah reading, first in Hebrew, you can follow on page 266 through to 268, and then we'll circle back for the English translation as well.
Baruch hu et Adonai hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Ambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Atem nitzavim hayom kolchem lifnei Adonai Elohechem, Rashechem, Ziknechem kol ish Yisrael, Tavchem neshechem v'gercha asher b'kerev machanecha, mechotei veitzecha ad shoev meimecha, le'avrecha bivrit Adonai Elohecha uvalato, asher Adonai Elohecha koreitim chayom, leman hakimotcha hayom lo le'am, v'hu yeh lecha le'elohim kasher diber lach, v'chasher nishpa lavotecha, l'Avraham le'Yitzchak u'Yakov, v'lo itchem levadchem Anochi koreit et habrit hazot v'et hazot, ki et asher yeshno po Immanuel made hayom lifnei Adonai Eloheinu, v'et asher einenu po Immanuel hayom.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has given us a Torah of truth, implanting within us eternal life. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amin. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
For my students and their teachers. Amen. Ki ha-mitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzavacha hayom lo nifleit hi mimcha v'lo rechoka hi lo vashamayim hi lemor mia alelanu hashamayma vikachechalanu vishmienu ota v'nasena velo me'ever layam hi lemor mia avar lanu elever hayam vikachechalanu vishmienu ota v'naasena ki karov elecha hadevar meod beficha uvilvavcha la'asoto.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata v'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Yes, go for it.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen. Ra'ei nata'ati lefanecha hayom et ha'ayim v'et ha'tov v'et ha'mavet v'et ha'ra asher anochi mitzavecha hayom le'ahava et Adonai Elohecha la'lechet b'drecha v'lishmor mitzvotav v'hukotav v'ishmatav v'hita v'ravita uvrachacha Adonai Elohecha ba'aretz asher ata v'shama l'rishta v'im yifnei levavecha v'lo tishma v'nidachta v'hishtecha v'ita le'elohim aharim v'havatam.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tukenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
All right, the two of you here.
Baruch Hu
Et
et
Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
הגדתי לכם היום, כי אבות תאבדון, לא תאריכון ימים על האדמה, אשר אתה עובר את הירדן, לבוא שמה לרשתך. הידותי בכם היום את השמיים ואת הארץ, החיים והמוות נתתי לפניך, הברכה והקללה, ובחרת בחיים למען תחיה אתה וזרעך לאהבה את אדוני אלוהיך, לשמוע בקולו ולדבקה בו, כי הוא חייך ואורך ימיך לשבת על האדמה אשר נשבע אדוני לאבותיך, לאברהם, ליצחק וליעקב, לתת להם.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
We continue with the Torah translation on page 266. You stand this day, all of you, in the presence of Adonai your God, your tribal heads, elders, and officials, every man, woman, and child of Israel, and the stranger in the midst of your camp, from the one who cuts your wood to the one who draws your water, to enter into the covenant of Adonai your God, and the oath that Adonai your God makes with you this day, to establish you as God's people and to be your God, as promised to you and sworn to your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And not with you alone do I make this covenant and this oath, but with each one who stands here among us this day in the presence of Adonai our God, and with each one who is not here among us this day. When all these things happen to you, the blessing and the curse that I have set before you, and you take them to heart among the nations to which Adonai your God has sent you away, and you return to Adonai your God, listening with all your heart and soul to God's voice, to everything I command you this day, you and your children, then Adonai your God will bring you back from captivity and take you back in love. Adonai your God will return you to gather you from all the nations where you were scattered.
Very bottom of 266. Should you be banished beyond the horizon, even from there, Adonai your God will gather you up and take you back. And Adonai your God will bring you to the land of your ancestors, making it yours and giving you goodness and numbers greater than theirs. Then Adonai your God will open your heart and the hearts of your children to love Adonai your God with all your heart and all your being, for the sake of your life. Adonai your God will afflict your enemies and those who pursue you with hate, but you will return, heeding the voice of Adonai, obedient to all the mitzvot I command you this day. And Adonai your God will bestow you abundance through the work of your hands and the fruit of your womb, through the fruit of your livestock and the fruit of your land. Once again, Adonai will rejoice in your well-being as in your ancestors before you, because you will heed the voice of Adonai your God, keep the mitzvot and the laws inscribed in this book of the Torah, and return with all your heart and all your being to Adonai your God.
For this mitzvah which I command you this day is neither beyond you nor far away. It is not in heaven, causing you to say, "Who will go up to heaven on our behalf? Get it for us, and let us hear it, that we may do it." And it is not across the sea, causing you to say, "Who will cross the sea on our behalf? Get it for us, and let us hear it, that we may do it." No, this is so very near you, in your mouth and in your heart, that you can surely do it. Behold, this day I place before you life and well-being, death and hardship, in that I command you this day to love Adonai and walk in the ways of your God, to observe the mitzvot, laws, and judgments, so you may live and flourish, blessed by Adonai your God in the land that is about to be yours.
But if you turn away, refusing to listen, and going astray, bow down to other gods and serve them, I tell you now, you will perish. Yes, you will perish, and you will not last long in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess. This day I call heaven and earth to witness regarding you. Life and death I have set before you, blessing and curse. Choose life, so that you and your children may live, by loving, obeying, and staying close to Adonai your God. For God gives you life and length of days to dwell upon the land that Adonai swore to your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
We continue with the blessing before the Haftarah on page 275. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar minvim tovim v'ratzav divreihem hanemorim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai Aboher b'Torah u'v'Moshe avto u'v'Yisrael amo u'v'Nbiei ha'emet v'tzedek.
We continue with the reading of the Haftarah on page 277. Cry from the depths, says God. Do not hold back. Lift up your voice like the shofar. Tell my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sin. Yes, they seek me daily, as though eager to learn my ways, as if they were a nation that does what is right and has not abandoned God's law. They ask of me the right way, eager for God's nearness. They say, why did we fast and you do not see it? We afflict ourselves and you do not know it. Because even on your fast day you think only of desire while oppressing all who work for you. Because your fasting is filled with strife and with callous fist you strike. No, your fasting this day will not lift up your voice before heaven. Is this the fast I desire? A day to afflict body and soul? Bowing your head like a reed, covering yourself with sackcloth and ashes? Do you call this a fast, a day worthy of the favor of Adonai? Is not this the fast I desire? To break the bonds of injustice and remove the heavy yoke, to let the oppressed go free and release all those enslaved. Is it not to share your bread with those who are hungry and to take the homeless poor into your home and never to neglect your own flesh and blood?
Then shall your light burst forth like the dawn, and your wounds shall quickly heal, your righteous one leading the way before you, the presence of Adonai guarding you from behind. Then when you call, Adonai will answer, and when you cry, will respond, I am here. If you remove the chains of oppression, the menacing hand, the malicious word, if you offer your compassion to the hungry and satisfy the suffering, then shall your light shine through the darkness, and your night become bright as noon. Adonai will guide you always, slake your thirst in parched places, give strength to your bones. You shall be like a well-watered garden, an unfailing spring.
From you they will rebuild ancient ruins, lay foundations for ages to come, and you shall be called the one who mends the breach and brings back the streets for dwelling. If you cease to trample Shabbat, stop pursuing your affairs on my holy day. If you call Shabbat a delight, the holy day of Adonai honored, and if you honor God by not doing business or speaking of everyday matters, then shall you take pure delight in Adonai. I will lift up your journey on the earth to the highest of places, and nourish you from the heritage of your father Jacob. For this, thus spoke Adonai.
The Haftarah blessings can be found on page 280. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer v'yoseh, ha'medaber u'mekayim, shekol devarav emet v'tzedek, al haTorah v'al ha'avodah v'al ha'nevi'im v'al Yom HaKippurim hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu lemechila v'lislicha u'lechapara lechavod ultifaret. Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, umavarchim otach, yitbarach shimcha befi kol chai tamid, leolam va'ed, udvarcha emet, v'kayam la'ad. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mochel v'soleach la'avonotenu, Vela avonot amo beit Yisrael, uma'avir ashmotenu b'chol shana v'shana, melech al kol ha'aretz, mekadesh Yisrael v'yom ha'kippurim.
We continue on page 284 with a prayer for our congregation. 284. Eternal Presence, who blessed our mothers and fathers, bless this holy congregation, house of study, prayer, and righteous deeds. Together we give thanks. For our leaders, those who learn, teach, and uphold the Torah, inspiring us to learn, teach, and uphold the Torah. Those who do the sacred work of building our community, may their service bring them joy, fulfillment, and purpose, and may they go from strength to strength.
For our members, diverse in age, interest, and background, Jews by birth, Jews by choice, and those of other faiths who join with us, all who offer their time and talent, their love and commitment. for all who come here on this holy day of Yom Kippur to share the search for meaning and renewal. Your presence is a blessing, your friendship a gift. May the spirit of peace, dignity, and respect live within these walls, inspiring us to care for one another with compassion. And may we be a source of goodness, light, and healing for the world. May the one who blessed the generations before us bless us as we stand together this day, one congregation joined with all Jewish communities of the world through our prayers on this day of atonement. Let us renew ourselves for the year ahead. Let us honor the precious legacy that is ours.
Page 291 in the prayer books. Page 291, as we'll now return the Torah scroll to the ark. As we do, I'll invite you, if you feel able, to please stand.
Eitz Chaim hi lama chazikim ba v'tom ha mehushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadish Chadish yameinu Chadish yameinu kekedem.
A big part of this day, of course, is vidui v'slichot, confession and forgiveness. So we turn now to page 293. Beginning on 293, and I invite you just to take a moment for the words on page 293, a moment for silent meditation. Page 300. Page 300 as we move now into our confession. Vidui Rabbah. Please, let's read responsively Hebrew and English. For all these things, our God, we ask forgiveness. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha be'onis uvratzon, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha be'yod'im uvlo yod'im.
The ways we have wronged you under duress and by choice, and harm we have caused in your world consciously and unconsciously.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha bivli da'at, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha beritzat raglayim lehara.
The ways we have wronged you through our thoughtlessness, and harm we have caused in your world through impulsive acts of malice.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha bechozek yad, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha bezilzul horim umorim.
the ways we have wronged you by abusing our power, and harm we have caused in your world through disrespect to parents and teachers.
Page 302. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha beyetzer hara, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha bekashyut oref.
The ways we have wronged you by giving in to our hostile impulses, and harm we have caused in your world through inflexibility and stubbornness.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha bechachash uvchazav, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha bekalut rosh.
The ways we have wronged you through lies and deceit, and harm we have caused in your world by making light of serious matters.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha besiach sivchotenu, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha betzarut ayin.
The ways we have wronged you in our routine conversations, and harm we have caused in your world through envy.
Ve'al kulam Eloah slichot, slach lanu, mechal lanu, kaper lanu.
For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement.
Page 304. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha begalui uvasater, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha besinat chinam.
The ways we have wronged you openly and secretly, and harm we have caused in your world by hating without cause.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha bifrikat ol, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'ma'achal uvmishteh.
The ways we have wronged you by losing self-control, and harm we have caused in your world through consumption of food and drink.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha begilui arayot, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha be'imutz halev.
The ways we have wronged you through sexual immorality, and harm we have caused in your world by hardening our hearts.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha beneshech uvmarbit, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'maseh uvmatan.
The ways we have wronged you through greed and exploitation, and harm we have caused in your world through dishonesty in business.
Page 306. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'hirhur halev, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha birchilut.
The ways we have wronged you through our innermost thoughts, and harm we have caused in your world through gossip and rumor.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'chapat shochad, ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'chilul Hashem.
The ways we have wronged you by offering or accepting bribes, and harm we have caused in your world by profaning your name in public.
Ve'al kulam Eloah slichot, salach lanu, mechal lanu, kaper lanu. For all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us,
pardon us, lead us to atonement.
Page 308, our cheshbon nefesh, the accounting of our soul, the accounting of our lives. We begin by reading together this first paragraph. We stand together this day to confess our sins, but these moments are mine. In the privacy of my heart, I acknowledge the wrongs I have done, pain I have given intentionally and unintentionally, my thoughtless, careless, heartless actions, and my failure to do what was right. Now we take a moment for silent reflection to read the words, page 308, concluding on page 310.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart be acceptable before you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Ose shalom bimromah, uyase shalom alinu, v'yaku Yisrael, v'yimeru, v'yimeru.
Good Yontif, everyone. A story. So a fellow calls up his dentist's office. After describing his agony, the man is given an emergency appointment. He shows up at the office and is ushered into a somewhat removed room. Seated in the angular chair, the patient waits just a few minutes until the dentist arrives. After looking in his mouth, the dentist sits back and lets him know the bad news. Looks like you have a tooth that needs to be pulled. Resigned to his fate, the patient asks, "Tell me, doc, how much will it cost?" After a moment's pause, the dentist replies, "Well, without pain, it'll cost $100. If you have pain, then $200. Okay then, do it without pain." The dentist begins to work, and in a short time, the man in the chair begins to whimper and finally lets out a loud yell. The dentist stops for a moment, looks at his patient, and says, "Sounds like pain to me. Guess it's going to cost you more." It doesn't take a dentist or a rocket scientist for that fact to know that for this dental patient, pain would be involved. And with all due respect to the many dentists in this room, my own and our wonderful Vice President of Operations, Howard Schneider, pain is often expected in a dentist's office or a doctor's office as well. Many, if not most of us, would admit that pain is probably what drives us to make the appointment in the first place. When we cannot stand it anymore, that's when we seek relief from the professionals. What was the old joke? A man goes to the doctor, "Doctor, it hurts me when I do this," to which the physician replies, "So don't do this." But it's true. With the right surgery, with a few good prescriptions, perhaps we can expel whatever ails us and regain that sense of normalcy, balance, and most of all, find relief. And when everything is working as it should, again, it is remarkable, a miracle, causing us to praise the wisdom of the specialist and the wonders of modern medicine. In Judaism, we thank another source as well. Each morning, as part of our morning liturgy, our traditional liturgy, we say, "Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher yatzar et ha'adam b'chokhmah, uvara vo nikavim, nikavim, chalulim, chalulim. Praised are you, Adonai, sovereign of the universe, who with wisdom fashioned this human body, creating openings and organs. It is known before your exalted throne, O God, that should but one of them, by being blocked or opened, fail to function, it would be impossible to exist even 1 hour. This is Judaism's way of having us say, thank you, God, for making sure that everything still works, at least enough for me to keep going. The body is truly amazing. And so much can go so wrong so quickly. In the blink of an eye, a life of freedom and ease is turned upside down. Disease, trauma, and an array of afflictions as we age can transform the most vibrant individual. I have visited in hospitals, nursing homes, and rehab centers. I have looked into the saddened eyes of those who suffer, spoken with many who face weeks, months, or even a whole lifetime of anguish. Perhaps the pain will fade, perhaps it won't. And with the uncertainty, there is heartache, there is desperation. And the truth is, none of us are immune. Though some might like to think or suggest otherwise, there is no magic pill, no 100% foolproof guarantee. I have known so-called unhealthy people who have lived long and fulfilling lives, and I have officiated at funerals of those with the healthiest lifestyles. Now, please do not take this as justification for going off your diet, stopping from going to the gym, or a reason to have several pieces of chocolate cake once Yom Kippur is over, of course. However, no matter how hard we try, avoiding a life devoid of all pain is impossible. And often it is beyond our control. An accidental collision of cars, an innocent swim in microbe-filled waters, cancer, dementia, and other diseases that creep up without reason or warning. We live in an age of incredible breakthroughs and medical know-how, but even with science, there are limits, mysteries, and questions they have not yet solved. Even doctors at times are powerless to bring a person back to wholeness and complete health. It's a struggle for the patient, but also for the caregiver, sitting by their side, unable to wipe away every tear, to guarantee health can be restored. There are the smiles bravely worn, attempts at humor, and a burning desire to advocate on their behalf in a system that at times can seem uncaring, unwilling, or sometimes just unable to find the right answer. And behind it all is a helplessness that does not fade. And this is a pain that is easy to see, worn on the sleeve or reflected in the faces of those who bear its burden, both the bedridden patients and the loved ones at their side. Yet there are other pains, usually lying deep beneath the surface, buried under layers of feigned smiles or hardened gazes. It is a more hidden form, bubbling up in sudden outbursts or falling quietly in streams of uncontrollable tears. There are those who face a time of heartache, marriages that fail, jobs lost because of downsizing or companies shutting down, people who feel lost, cast adrift by a world that moves constantly forward, yet they feel as if they are falling further and further behind. there are the ranks of those battling depression, anxiety, and other silent afflictions, only to be caught in an endless loop of doubt and despondency. These are pains that may not be physical, but they are no less real. And with each passing day, as it grows stronger, the results can be nothing short of tragic. I think of the numbers of Americans who have attempted to take their own lives. The statistics are staggering. It is now the largest cause of death for those between the ages of 15 and 34. Fourth largest for those 34 to 54. And it is increasing in the elderly population as well. We might remember the heartbreaking headlines with celebrities like Robin Williams, Kate Spade, and Anthony Bourdain. For a brief moment, when stories like theirs hit the news, we sit up and take notice, only to quickly move on with daily life. But we should be equally attentive when it is police officers in New York City, members of the military back from deployment or still deployed, or young preteens or teens who have ended their lives because of constant, unrelenting bullying. Suicide is a rising problem in the United States and in much of the world. And as a people who have known times of collective pain and hopelessness, as a community, we must rise to face this growing issue. The late Elie Wiesel, Zichrono Livracha, said it well. A Jew must be sensitive to the pain of human beings. A Jew cannot remain indifferent to human suffering. The mission of the Jewish people has never been to make it more Jewish, but to make it more human. Friends, it is the responsibility of every man, woman, and child to help lift up the fallen, to reach out a hand in comfort to all who are in pain, and to say like Abraham, Hineni, I am here. I cannot take away the pain, but I can help you carry it, so it is not your burden alone. I read recently about a young mother who took her child to a rock climbing facility. She watched as her daughter donned the climbing harness and began to scale the immense wall. The little girl moved effortlessly from point to point, barely stopping until she made it to the very top. Then, with a push of her legs, the little one floated out from the wall and was lowered slowly by the harness that connected her with the staff person below. Reaching the ground, she ran to her mother, giddy with excitement. With a gleam in her eyes, she chirped out, "Mommy, now it's your turn." The young mother was hesitant. She had not been one for this kind of activity before, but after recently completing her last round of chemo, this mom wasn't sure her stamina would allow her such a climb. Sensing hesitation, the girl hugged her mother with all her strength. Stepping back, she spoke, "It's okay, Mommy. I was able to do it because I knew the nice man connected by the rope wouldn't let me fall. I know he will do the same for you." And with that, the young mother started her upwards climb. It is an awesome responsibility, but it is one we all bear as part of the Jewish community, regardless of who or when or where. We must be that lifeline, ready to lift up those who fall. We must step forward not just when we are called, but knowing that there is a pressing need, not judging, not diagnosing, but offering an outstretched hand to say, "Hineni, I am here, and I will not let you fall. To everyone seated in this sanctuary or listening through our live stream, please hear me. If you are swallowed by your pain and feel there is little hope, if you harbor suicidal thoughts or think that the only way to avoid pain is to end it all, please seek me out or someone you trust. I assure you my door is open, my ears ready to hear you and to help you find hope again. In the very Torah portion we read this morning, we heard the words spoken by Moses, a command given in ancient days that still rings true today. I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Choose life that you and your descendants may live. There is no way to live a life without pain. But at least we can help hold on to one another until we can rest more comfortably on solid ground. Mi sheberach avotenu ve'imotenu. May the one who blessed our mothers and our fathers bless us with strength and healing, and may all of our pain be eased in the new year. And let us say,
Misha Barach. A prayer for healing can be found on page 273. Misha Barach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. Misha Barach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Verachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Misha Barach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. Misha Barach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Verachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with a vision for tomorrow. Help us to reach out to those in pain. May the warmth of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us faith, show us the way. Misha
Good Yontif, everyone. My name is Peter Kikaro. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to wish everyone a very happy and healthy new year. Is that better? Okay. The rest of the day, immediately following this service, there will be a discussion group in the great room. At 1 o'clock, we will have a family service and a young children's service at 2. At 3 o'clock in the sanctuary will be a musical interlude. And then afternoon Yiskar and Nela concluding services will begin at 4 p.m. And there will be a break fast in the great room at 6:30 p.m. Again, for all of you who are choosing to fast, I wish you an easy fast and a sweet new year to everyone.
So we'll conclude our service as we do each year, page 318. Page 318, as we acknowledge the power, the joy, the work of this day with the singing of Hayom. Now, as I often instruct you, if you're not familiar with this, you'll catch on pretty quickly. The most important word to know is Hayom. Hayom, 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 today, 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 today. So please do join on page 318.
Hayom Kamseinu, Amen. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom Tevarheinu, Amen. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom Tigadleinu, Amen. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom Tidrishenu Letova. Amen. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom Tiktevenu Lechaim Tovim. Amen. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom Tishma Shavatenu. Amen. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom, 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 Hayom. Hayom Titzmechenu b'minsid kacha. Amen.
Shana Tova, everyone. Gamar Chatima Tova. May we all be inscribed for a wonderful new year.